though, poor so photogenic. All I know is.
It's week 7 of the NFL. And coming up, it's Nakobe Dean, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Eagles and the Raiders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They come into this one 0-6 on the year, and really it's sort of just been one thing after another.
Coupled with they don't start very fast. The first quarter's really been an issue for them. They've got to learn to get out of the gates quicker in order to try and win some games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Right away, here's Garoppolo to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that nearly intercepted. With a free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's second down. Play action, Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. That one play fake. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 21. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here we go, here we go.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Raiders Eagles are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now he needs to for third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they put in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now Garoppolo. Caught on the slant. They showed off a nice juke. That pass play good for 7. But it still brings up a fourth and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash in a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 89 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The Eagles still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic 1, this team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long, and because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Hurts. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
why? Very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go and take the play that's in front of him. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. They'll try to get it into space, coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First connection there of the afternoon for those two. It's good for the 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 8 catches, 104 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now. Number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking sideline, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, will come up now against a 3rd and 6. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Able to put this one through, and that will make it 6-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. On 2nd down, Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important to stay tall and short to get down. They've done that in the 1st quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 6-0 our score after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Hurts fumbles it, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Garoppolo. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the first sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's taken to the 20. Now a hit and a loose football.
What friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Complete. Smith has it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts, flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Play action. Garoppolo. Open man, that's Renfro. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
That was an exemplary play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to step him behind the line. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Dancing away at the 35. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas now. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Garoppolo again. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Get much to the end zone the last time down.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. On now to a check on the next gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, Hurts.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here we go, here we go.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy in midfield. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 18-yard line. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Swift going to try up the middle. Dances by him. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 30 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's probably something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. It's courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush of the ball right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing
start with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He spots his tight end Keene over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. This is Smith with a grab. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he'll take it into the end zone for his touchdown. Dalton Keene, his first touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. That touchdown run, it was just straight power on 4th and goal, and the offense won.
Yeah, let me just follow up with you because we always talk about how the low man wins, who has the best leverage in the trenches. On that play, we saw who won that battle. But it's not just that. It takes a runner with some vision, too, to find exactly where the cracks are, exactly where the creases are, and punch it into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. The open man here, Renfro.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be knocked down about the 26-yard line.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. One more time with Jacobs. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. As the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
They go with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 12. 1:04 on the clock. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.